Hello, everybody. Hello. Things should be on. Yeah, it does look like everything's in working order. Turn this up on my end. Hello. Okay. So, I didn't do anything. I didn't do anything off screen. I got a couple skills. That's about all I did. Yeah, like it's literally like, God, it's so weird seeing like. It's so weird seeing a game, seeing like areas in a game from another game that you played in another game. Like, it's so weird seeing the places from Like a Dragon in here. And this is the, like... Yeah, and it's even her. Tomei is there. They're even called Ichiban. They're even called Ichiban Rice Cracker. Ichiban Confections. That's so funny. They even go so far as to call them Ichiban confectionaries. Confectionery items. Yeah, I just bought a couple skills with the skill points I had. This game is apparently very long for a game of this nature, so we'll have to see. I'm gonna have to use.
Yagamishi, how was school? Kaito-san wasn't happy about you going solo, you know.
He'll live. He can cry about it to Sugiura.
So he does. Anyway, I couldn't help but notice skinned a law bending your ear earlier. Anything important?
Right. I haven't filled you in yet, have I?
Nope.
So a policeman arrested for sexual battery might have actually been involved in a murder?
As far as we know.
If
Got
not
here in like
perplexing.
2 weeks.
Yeah. And its roots could very well be Serio High School, where a student was driven to suicide 4 years ago. In fact, the motive for this murder may even be revenge. Tsukumo, could you find any mention of that suicide online for me?
Already done, I'm afraid. Once the chairman asked us to take his case, I looked into everything on the school I could find.
Okay.
If memory serves, he was a third-year student who hung himself at home. The name of the deceased, Toshiro Ehara.
Yeah, that's him.
So, while I did find some murmurings about it online, nothing really substantial ever surfaced. He didn't leave a suicide note or a will, and investigators never found anything salient.
So I was right before.
No mistaken, it's the same person. Yeah. Sawa Sensei absolutely had his picture in
His
her
father,
desk.
however, suspected there may have been a bully and promptly took Serio to court, but without enough evidence to back it up. The system more or less spit him out. Even so, the lawsuit dragged on until this year. But that level of news hardly makes a ripple online.
Yeah, I doubt it would.
And that's all the intel I've dug up regarding the case. Huh?
What's that sound?
I'm testing a system I've been tinkering with. Thought I'd fixed this bug already.
A system for what?
Well, it predicts the occurrence of crimes.
It predicts crime?
Perhaps that was a bit of hyperbole. Essentially, this system is designed to monitor and detect danger zones within a specific area.
That still sounds...
If you say so. I basically cobbled it together out of pre-existing tech. Yagamishi, do you remember when I used my chatter search program for you not too long ago?
Oh yeah, that was a real trip. I pretty much hacked Chatter to see an entire social network at a glance.
Yep. And this system I've developed is a souped-up version of that. Though there are substantial differences, the principle is still... how about you just try it out? We'll start with this little window. It displays all relevant chatter posts after filtering the fluff.
And these posts are all pinpointed on this map of Ijincho?
Right. It maps out where in Ijincho each specific post was made. So my AI constantly combs through Chatter's database as it updates in real time. Then it extracts only the trouble-related chatter for display on the map.
So it actively seeks out trouble? It's wild that you can program around such a vague concept.
Well, in its current iteration, the AI isn't exactly genius material yet, so it still pings some false positives.
There's something else, Tsukumo. What are you gonna use it for?
I'd like to use it for promotional purposes.
Like advertising?
Yeah, that is a
Yeah,
lot of
since
activity.
we're still relatively new in town. We don't have the kind of rep that brings in regular business.
Oh, okay.
So use it
And that is where
for...
my buzz researcher comes into play.
Buzz research.
Consider the glut of trends and terms strewn across social media. These buzzwords are sometimes clues to trouble beneath the surface. So, when the system picks up one of these words and we rush over to save the day, the hope is our reputation will flourish as a result.
Damn.
Well, we probably won't be paid for impromptu cases, but directly intervening before a situation gets out of, at least in theory.
Well, I think you've got something there.
I thought you'd, but with you.
Yeah. This is another side quest thing that they make us do.
And that's...
Okay.
Yeah.
This is just a big mess. How am I supposed to know where to go?
This is indeed too much noise. In fact, this is entropy in motion. This won't do it all. To solve this, we narrow down the keywords.
In other words, simplify our search?
Yeah, by manually filtering keywords, we can decrease false positives, thereby locating the right spot more accurately.
Well, how do we do that? Does the AI do it for us?
No, not entirely. What the AI does is pick up on any keywords it deems important. Emphasis here on the word any. Meaning it'll turn out duds every now and again.
Yeah, that's still pretty busy.
And therein lies the predicament. To narrow these results down any further, we must depend on instincts, experience, and even inspiration.
So you're saying human intuition?
Precisely. Even in this day and age, human intuition will trump AI every time. That is, until we all become cyborgs. But that's getting ahead of myself. As it stands, Yagamishi, you've got the best intuition out of all of us.
Well, let's just start with a post that smells like trouble. How about this one? I can smell the trouble brewing already.
Oh, interesting. And let's filter our results around that specific term. And there you have it. See, there's a concentration of suspicious keyword usage on this street here. As to what sort of trouble is brewing, you'll have to rely on your good old-fashioned eyeballs. Shady activity isn't always the easiest to spot, so maybe think of it as a sort of treasure hunt.
This is weird.
Treasure hunt for trouble, huh? Does sound right up my alley.
Doesn't it? I can already picture you out there, helping people in need until it all pays off. What could await you at the end of the trail? My heart rate is already spiking.
I'm just glad to have a helpful app for once.
You know what? That reminds me. I also have a gadget here you might...
What is this?
It's a high-end sound collector. It boosts the volume of mid-distance sounds, making them easier to hear from farther away.
A sound collector, huh? I could use this to pick up cries for help.
That's the idea. Now, I do have some other gadgets in the
Think
works.
forward.
Yeah. Oh my god, they actually are making us do this as part of the story. I already know I'm gonna end up feeling very similar about this game as I do about the original Judgment. That, like, I just wish they would stop with the superfluous bullshit. And that just feels like they're using the superfluous bullshit as, like, a means to drag out its runtime. That the mysteries that they have going on here aren't sustainable enough to do an entire game. So we have like 5 to 10 hours of this random bullshit.
I can hear it.
Yeah, the Judgment had kind of a problem with this too. They picked up a bunch of irrelevant crap.
Please. Excuse me. Yagami. Yep. Either way. Oh. Huh?
Yeah, like this is just like not relevant whatsoever to the main case. I don't care about this. Oh good, now he's fighting me. Okay. I think I'm literally just gonna like skip cutscenes and stuff that's like not matters to the plot, because I don't care. I don't care. I do not care. It's also hard to care. It's like it's hard to care if it's boring, and it's just like plain up like boring when it's doing non-plot relevant stuff. I just like I can't bring myself to care.
Yagamishi.
Not bad. I handled the problem and name dropped you guys, so all in a day's work.
By the way, you can enter keywords on your own.
Why would I do that?
Say you pick up a rumor and putting that into our keyword database, and thus the program, in layman's terms, the more you enter new data.
Gotcha.
Correct. I know this is a lot, but one last thing. We've also got a bulletin board for case requests. A good number of them are somewhat beyond our current capacity. So if you ever feel like it, maybe you can pick them up.
Hey, never hurts to have more income. I'll take a look sometime.
Alright. Now we can do actually plot relevant stuff. Like, I also don't want to be somebody who just, like, sits here and complains, but, like, if I'm not having fun, I'm not having fun. Yeah, and, like, I'm having fun while this is plot relevant, it's story relevant, but, like, I don't have fun when it's just, like, just random shit. It doesn't matter.
What's your problem?
Sawa-sensei, isn't it?
She doesn't even aware of what's happening behind her.
Serio High School, Class 2-2. Yes?
Sir?
Take your break. You guys don't say much, do you? After this is over, you better start talking. Time to tell me what you know!
Alright, let's go.
hung up with the cops just now.
Really? Just now?
He's like, really? Just now?
Yo! Need a hand with these guys?
Huh?
Good job holding them back on your own.
Dude!
You're not the only hero here.
It's not a Habercorn!
Where did you even come from?
I was watching from inside, man.
Okay. You shouldn't get involved.
Relax, fella. Allow me to show you how it's done.
Hey, hold on.
Listen up. I'm just gonna warn you. I'm a better fighter than this guy.
Huh?
What? That's a wild thing for you. It's a wild thing for this random guy to just be like, I'm a better fighter
Yeah,
than
you're
you.
welcome.
Right.
Hi,
Thanks for making them
Kiseki.
slink into the night before I could even ask who they were.
Huh?
Later.
Can I help you?
I came here to meet someone. I'll just check upstairs real quick.
Well, she was. There she is. Yeah.
Sensei. Are you okay? Did someone get here before me?
I'm sorry. There's nothing I can say. I can't tell you anything you don't already know.
What happened up here? Did someone come to intimidate you? Someone who might be involved?
There's some echo of the game
I
audio. Thank
couldn't
you.
make out who the woman was. She had sunglasses on.
What did she say to you?
That I need to stay away from this.
That should be
The
fixed
whole
now.
Mikoshiba-kun case. And then she said that you need to do the same.
Me too?
Yes,
And what if I were to refuse?
if you said no. Then she told me I should give you this picture.
This is Mikoshiba.
I'm so sorry, but I'm leaving.
Wait! I get it. At least let me walk you home.
Just stop! I don't want anything to do with this. If you come back to the school, I'd appreciate it if you would stop talking to me. There's nothing I can do to help you anymore.
So whoever sent you that picture at least is associated with the person who killed Mikoshiba. Because that's like probably right before he died.
Suspicious. What the? Suspicious.
His hands are tied. Here's the Sunday Jin show. Yeah, so this is from the ruined building where he was found.
Still so many unanswered questions.
Definitely.
That would be the white mask of the Yokohama Liumang. These guys would break your knees for the right price.
Oh, the Liumang were involved, of course. Of course.
Pretty much.
Well, anything else I can do for you?
I've earned something of a reputation here in this town. But you've got a face I haven't seen anywhere before. Why are these goons picking a fight with you? Got any ideas?
Look at this nerd vaping.
Got a hunch, but I'm gonna keep it to myself.
A tightwad, huh? Didn't I just bail your ass out?
Not really. I mean, I kicked their asses on my own.
It's Kuwana. You got trouble here, I'm the one you call. I'm not afraid to get my hands dirty. I can handle shit the cops won't deal with either.
What the? Who the fuck is this nerd?
Not exactly a service I'm in need of at the moment. Crossing that line is tough, and I prefer to do it myself.
Oh, really? And what line of work would that be?
I'm a private detective in Kamurocho. What is it now?
Some competition just showed up on my turf and made a scene, man. How would you feel if the situation was reversed? You wouldn't tolerate any disrespect, would you? So state your name, and then you say, sorry, Kuwana, I made a bit of a ruckus here.
Exactly how high up the food chain is a handyman in this town?
I'm just trying to teach you some manners.
People like you teach manners around here? You can't even exchange cards right.
I see you know how to block a kick. So let's move on to the next part.
Oh, okay, sure.
Don't let me down now. Now that's fancy. How's this? Hey, what else you got?
Okay. Yeah, the parries is probably what's going to work the best against him. I am happy they got rid of the permanent damage. Come on.
Bring it on.
Yeah, so what was that about? You're better than me.
Better than I was expecting.
Right back at you. Give yourself a pat on the back.
Hey, you want to tone it down? Or you want another lesson?
Dude, what the fuck is your problem?
You don't know when to give up.
Time's up, both of you. The cops are almost here.
What the? Sugiura-kun?
Oh, he fucking knows this Joker?
After we get out of here. Come on, let's use the back way.
Sugiura knows this Joker.
Seriously? How do a couple of grown-ass men end up bickering like that?
I was just finishing what he started.
Yeah. And you can thank Sugiura-kun here that you're still standing.
How do you even know this guy?
Kawana-san's our senpai here in Ijincho. He's got tons of connections both above and below ground. So, definitely a higher tier of service than us.
Have you been working together?
No, but we did pay our respects before we opened our office. Bowed our heads, asked for his blessing.
Unlike someone, Sugiura-kun knows his manners.
Settle down. So, talk. Who were those idiots back there?
Kawana-san says they're a gang. The Yokohama Liumang.
Specifically, Liumang assassins, called the White Masks. They were surprisingly inept back there, though.
Nah, they just didn't know who they crossed.
Hold up, assassins?
Maybe they were just out to scare you. I mean, I doubt even the Liumang would take someone out in public. They don't like crowds.
Whatever the case, can you
This
find
is
out
really
who I-
weird.
I prefer to know who wants me dead.
No can do. Even they don't know their clients. They get all their gigs piped in from the dark web. Good news is, you can hire them yourself, too. Want me to hit them up for you?
No thanks. I'm good on the contract killing front.
Man, oh man. What kind of shit did you step in? If you're gonna make a mess in this town, I want in. Some things are better left to the locals. Especially when it starts turning gray.
Fine by me.
Who the fuck is this guy?
Having someone around who knows the ins and outs of Ijincho, man. Besides, don't you owe him for saving your ass from the White Masks?
He didn't save me.
Hold a
I
stick
kicked
out.
their asses.
Tell he's cool. Yo, wanna grab a
I kicked their asses before he even fucking showed up.
Now here's a kindred spirit. You're on, but I'm getting round two.
See? I knew you weren't half bad.
Wait, you don't mean...
Kaito, please.
You coming with, Talk?
Nah, not tonight. I'm heading back to the agency. Got a few things to sort out.
Your loss, as they say, always take what comes, never chase what leaves.
My thoughts exactly. Except maybe a little more fancy.
Kaito.
It's like we're already old friends.
Yagumi's was like, what the fuck is this? Kaito called himself a boyfriend. Are you... Why? Why? Are you just like making me...
Yeah. Hmm?
Oh my god, I just don't care.
Gotcha.
Oh, so they're like making extracts of the actual game mechanic in this game. Okay.
Yep.
Yeah.
Huh? I see.
It was a mechanic in the previous games. You didn't need them because you already had them as free DLC. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, we just had broken as fuck extracts that were DLC. And they were unlimited and free use as much as you wanted. Yeah, you've probably heard Todd Haberkorn. So the other guy was Todd Haberkorn. Yagami's voice actor is Greg Chun. Yeah. Kaito? Kaito? He's done other stuff. Oh yeah, Crispin Freeman, yeah. So you've definitely heard his voice before.
Yep.
Yeah, this is the same, like, yeah, I don't care. Oh, he's Winston's voice. That's where I've definitely heard him. He's Winston's voice in Overwatch. Not that I really like play Overwatch anymore, but I know of him from that. Oh, he's Will Turner's voice. He's Will Turner's voice in Kingdom Hearts 3. He was like in every anime I was watching in the early 2000s. Yeah, the only thing recent I know him of is, oh, he's Kion's voice from Haruhi. He's Kion from Haruhi. Yeah. He's one of the he's actually one of the player voices in 14 1.0, which is funny. He was Jeremiah and Gias. Oh, he's rude in Crisis Core. Oh, he's also Setzer's voice. And Siegfried's voice in Soul Calibur. Yeah, he's been in some stuff that I know. Not like a ton of stuff, but he's been around things that I know. The skateboard reminds me of Deadly Premonition, and I've never played Deadly Premonition. I just remember hearing about the skateboard from Deadly Premonition being like a huge thing. So it's like really funny that this game, which is definitely infinitely better than Deadly Premonition, also having a skateboard in it.
Really, guys?
$100,000 for an empty extract vessel? Fuck that. I really hope that's not like the normal going rate for stuff. Is there like a fucking like corner store? Yeah, there's a pharmacy over there, I guess.
You morons. And stay down.
Extracts are OP, so they aren't easy to make. Yeah, that makes sense. I'll save the one I have for like the final boss fight, so I can like heal 2 health bars of the final boss's health bar or something. I think the RGG may have realized that the extracts that they made available as DLC were broken, and they probably shouldn't have been free.
Starving. Pretty tasty. Thanks.
Oh, and you get SP for eating meals, too. Terrorizing people at the pharmacy. It's hard to like literally do anything without like bumping into people in any of these games. It is literally impossible. So like it got to the point where I like stopped trying to like not run into people. After Kiwami 2, in the middle of like Kiwami 2, because I'm just like, it doesn't matter. Like, I'm gonna run into people, it's just gonna happen.
It's hard to imagine. And you're saying Sawa-sensei was given this picture?
Right.
Sure was.
And it must have really shaken her up. She wouldn't even stick around to have a chat. Some mysterious woman handed her the photo. She's got to be linked to Hiro Mikoshiba's murder in one way or another. If I had to guess, she's working with or for Ehara. But I couldn't tell you how they're connected.
It might even be that she's the one who hired the Yokohama Liumang to attack you at that restaurant. If they're telling you to drop the Mikoshiba case, they're connected too.
A threat like that might have worked on a run-of-the-mill detective in over his head.
But how do you think you even got on their radar at all, Yagamishi? Mikoshiba's case is so big they needed hired muscle to stop you?
If I'm that much of a thorn in their side, the police investigation is worse.
Yeah, that's true. Even if they stop you in your tracks, Kanagawa police would just pick up the trail right where you left off.
I have to figure, I'm not the one they were really there to threaten into staying silent. It was Sawa-sensei. 4 years ago, when Toshiro Ehara killed himself, apparently, she thought Mikoshiba was the one bullying him. I set up that meeting with her so she could tell me more about what really happened at the time. But as of now, someone's pretty bent on making sure she doesn't reveal that. That'd be my guess.
Well, if that's the case, I'm afraid their threats were actually pretty effective. Sawa-sensei's lips are sealed now. There's not much we can really do about it.
Don't worry. I'm not near done yet. Besides, they've already made one big mistake.
Yeah?
They hired a gang thinking they could scare a detective off the scent. No way in hell they're expecting me to double down even harder on it.
You're totally right. That was a rather massive oversight on their part.
That night, the news broke on every channel and across the internet that the corpse found in Ijincho had been identified. Every student, teacher, and faculty member at Seiryo High School would know how Hiro Mikoshiba died. The details were heartbreaking, and a lot of lives were about to be turned upside down.
Yeah, be like, yep, he was tortured to death.
The alleged bully, Hiro Mikoshiba, turns up dead. There is no mistaking the motive in his murder. As Yagami looks into the heart of the matter, a suicide 4 years prior, he is met with brutal backlash from the underworld. Why does Yagami face resistance at every turn?
Because this is an
As
RPG
night falls
game.
over Ijincho, the answer slips further into darkness.
Because this is an RPG game.
Yes, we have grief counselors on site.
Hello. You've reached
Yes.
Seiryo High School. Yes.
That's
It's tragic news. Mikoshiba-kun was one of our student teachers here, and the school is coping with it as best we can.
Of course. Yes, our parents and guardians have every right to be upset about this. Yes. Oh, yes.
Now to the murder victim found in Izazaki Ijincho.
Yes.
Authorities announced that they have identified the body as Hiro Mikoshiba, a student teacher at Seiryo High School. Autopsy reports indicate the cause of death was blood loss from a sharp object. Mikoshiba was reported as a missing person 2 months ago in October, and
What's the plan today, fellas? Honest, this hangover is kicking my ass. I'm gonna be kinda useless.
Maybe don't drink until sunrise.
That's no good. Without you, Kaito-san, who's gonna be the brains of this whole operation?
Manage, man.
Without you,
Figure
who's gonna
I'll
be
head
the
back to
brains?
Stereo High today. I should check in on Sawa-sensei, see how she's holding up.
She's got a lot on her shoulders now, huh? Pretty teacher
Yeah.
like her doesn't deserve it.
Right from the outset, Sawa-sensei flat out denied that Mikoshiba ever bullied Toshiro Ihara. But then we learned she confronted him about his actions 4 years ago, which means she was starting to suspect he was the bully.
Then some chicken shades shows up, makes some threats, and suddenly Teach's lips are sealed shut, huh?
Yep.
Whoever she was, she has to be involved with the murder. How else could she have Mikoshiba's picture from right before he died?
It's almost like the killer was trying to hide any trace of bullying. And if so, that's pretty bizarre.
Why is that?
I mean, if Mikoshiba really was the bully, why bother covering that up? Wouldn't it work in their favor if word of that spread? That way the murder would be, I don't know, more justified?
Yeah, I do see the logic there.
Maybe they want to hide their actions.
But what gets me is, why would Sawa-sensei change her answer like that?
Have you considered she may have been pressured to hide the truth? Perhaps by an overcautious superior? I wouldn't put it past Chairman Okuda to pull something like that.
Yeah.
I doubt he has that kind of sway over her, though. Sawa-sensei doesn't exactly mince words with him. Guess we'll have to ask her directly if we really want to know.
Yeah, but didn't she make it pretty clear you need to keep your distance?
What kind of a detective would I be if I gave up because of that?
Point taken. Well, is there anything I can do to help?
Oh, sure is. Help me kick this damn hangover.
Say what?
Kaito, it's your
Might as
own
well
fucking
hang back,
fault.
Sugiro. Only I can get in and out of the school without raising a red flag right now.
If I have to hear about Kaito's fucking hangover for like 2 entire chapters. God, if he's hungover for the rest of the game, it will be a good gag. But I bet I will be a little sick of it by the end of the game.
Excuse me, Yagami-san?
Huh? Koda-san, what's up? Did a teacher call you over?
Actually, I wanted to talk to you.
Okay.
I saw it on the news earlier. Mikoshiba-sensei was killed. But you already knew that, didn't you?
Yep.
Yeah.
I figured you knew something.
Yes, that's why you've been asking about him. You should have told us, man.
I couldn't. I knew how hard you guys would have taken it.
You know who did it? I mean, a lot for us to know. Seeing how he looked after us and all.
We're still in the dark about that mostly. Unless you guys have any leads. All we have to go on is he was probably killed soon after he stopped going to class.
So, he really was murdered.
He said
He
on
sure
TV
was.
it took them 2 months to find the body. Could that mean it happened on the day he went missing?
A good theory, Matsun, but you're starting to sound like one of those mystery club geeks.
Oh, what did Sawa-sensei tell you? She give you anything solid?
Nah, we didn't really get into it yesterday. Way too many, other things came up.
Damn. It's just... It's hard hearing all this, man.
Yeah, I
You
mean,
at
I
least keep
imagine.
us posted if you find out anything?
No promises, I'm afraid. But hey, I'm glad you guys are warming up to me.
I'm Matsui, by the way.
That's more like it.
Could you keep me in the loop too? I didn't like Mikoshiba-sensei much, but I never imagined this. Now I'm kinda conflicted about the whole thing.
I get that.
Anyway, I should get going.
She's gonna be mad.
Hey, Sawa-sensei?
Look, I know I can't keep you off campus. I don't have that kind of authority. But would you please stop bothering me?
Can you at least tell me what happened yesterday?
Enough! How many times must I repeat myself?
She's just literally not gonna give us anything.
Hey, Tsukumo? It's me. You think you could pin down where Mikoshiba's body was discovered?
Of course. In fact, I can do that pretty quickly. Why? Did you want to go there now?
That's the idea.
Okay, but do note that it's been a few days since they found him.
Yeah, but I want to check it out anyway. Then I can decide if it was a waste of time.
In other words, you've got a detective's intuition? What a superpower to have. Okay, here we go. They found Mikoshiba's body in an abandoned building near Sakura River. It's near a small park. On the second floor of the building specifically.
You're the man, Tsukumo.
Okay. All right, let's go to the crime scene. Let's go to the crime scene.
What the? What the?
Alright, let's look from the back to see if there's an entry point.
Hey. What the?
Okay.
Suspicious.
I don't know what I'm looking for.
What the?
Is that literally what we're looking for? Really? Wow, this building is just fucked up. There's a starting point. Okay, climb up here. Parkour! No! Stop it. What the fuck? I didn't do anything. Didn't touch anything. I didn't touch anything. And he just fell off. Ew, I don't want to know what the white stuff is. It's all gross.
Hello? Anybody? Now, where exactly was the body? There's gotta be some clues that'll give me that. Huh?
You mean the big arrow flares?
Burn marks? Suspicious. Hey.
Yeah, this is where the picture was taken. There's no doubt in my mind.
Something. Who's there? State your name and purpose.
Well...
Get some backup over here.
Hey, no, wait.
Put your hands up. Who are you and... Takayuki Yagami. The Yagami Detective Agency.
Yeah, in Kamurocho.
Weren't you the guy at Seirio yesterday? I could have sworn I saw your face there.
Huh? Maybe.
The name's Watanabe.
Watanabe's like, you just can't hang out at a crime scene.
Sup?
So, you think barging into a crime scene was a real bright idea?
What? I thought you guys were done here. I figured I could take a look around. What?
You wouldn't happen to be working with Genda Law, would you?
Huh?
You hear on Shirosaki Sensei's business? Saori Shirosaki, right? The grouchy one.
Okay, how'd you know?
Well, it started when Mikoshiba's body turned up. Once our investigation kicked off, we found out about that pervert cop in Tokyo. Seems he knew where the body would be. But when we went to go see him, HQ pumped the brakes. They said no interviews on this one. Much to our amusement, we ended up being directed to Shirosaki, the perp. So being that Genda Law office is in Kamurocho, and you're a Kamurocho detective working her case, that means either the two of you are connected.
Well, you've certainly got my number.
Smooth, but
on anything specific?
The part about HQ locking us out of interviewing a Hara smart guy. Here we are with a material witness who it turns out knew about a corpse rotting away for 2 months. And those Tokyo chuckleheads just shut us out.
Hara was Tokyo PD, so wouldn't they want to protect him? They probably want it handled discreetly.
Nah, if only it were that simple. They get burnt real bad if they tried to bury this shit under the rug. Besides, not only is this cop a nasty creep, he's got ties to a fucking murder. If another prefecture blows the lid on that, the top brass may as well kiss their jobs goodbye. Heads would roll. They've got to wash the shit stains off their laundry to keep their asses clean.
Yeah, I could see how that makes sense.
Anyway, so HQ told us their boys would look into Ehara. What we had to do was hand them our notes on the murder. Can you believe that crap? Like hell we're gonna bend over for them. But look where that's got us. Now nobody's interrogated Ehara.
Are Kanagawa and Tokyo PD really fighting over who gets the credit? Don't tell me they're that petty.
Like you wouldn't believe. While the higher-ups play intel hoarding games, Ehara is just sitting pretty. Shit. The cop's supposed to be chasing down the perps. Instead, here I am with my hands tied, bitching to a PI.
So I'm your therapist now.
I was gonna take you down to the station and put the squeeze on you. But if you're a half-decent detective, maybe we could collaborate.
Oh yeah?
I mean, you came all the way from Kamurocho to sniff around here, right? I highly doubt you found much. But tell me something I don't know and maybe the cuffs will fall off.
You proposing a deal?
Depends on if what you've got is worth making one.
Show him the picture.
Okay. How about this?
What the hell?
Hiro Mikoshiba. Was this taken here? Right before he died?
Where did you get this? What kind of shit you trying to pull?
I could tell you better with the cuffs off.
I can tell you better with the cuffs off. Yeah, let him be.
Let me get this straight. Right before you met up with this Seiryo High teacher, a strange woman showed up with this photo?
Yeah. I couldn't get a good look at her. But it seems whatever threat she made worked. Sawa-sensei wouldn't say a thing after that.
Sawa's the one who supervised Mikoshiba for his student teaching program.
I know that.
Oh, the voices for him is for Lee and Leo and Nirvana Initiative.
Working in a group.
That's quite a revelation. What makes you so sure about that?
Sakurai, show him the photo of the body. And spare me the protocol lecture. I'm sick of this going nowhere. If Hotshot here is gonna look into Ehara for us, we may as well take advantage of it.
You're the boss, Nabe-san.
Mikoshiba was last seen alive 2 months ago, October 7th, 6:30 a.m. He was talking to his mother as he exited their house back in the city. Since there were no other sightings of him, it's likely he was abducted a short ways from his home. This had to be done by vehicle, as common sense would tell us. So there must have been at least 2 suspects, a driver and a handler. If it were me, I'd have put 3 on the job.
So that's why you figured it was a group effort. Sounds logical to me.
Mm-hmm.
That makes sense.
Now, according to the autopsy report, they found food in the poor guy's stomach. Based on how digested it was, we can assume he was killed at least an hour after breakfast, putting it around 7:30. And not long after, he was brought here. His throat was slit with a knife. Get all that, Hotshot?
Dave Mikoshiba went missing. He was near his home. He was killed 3 here early in
What was our friend
7:30.
Ehara doing at that time? The old perv was walking through Ikebukuro's ticket gates around 7:43 a.m. This was stated in court and corroborated by multiple security tapes.
But if that's true, he couldn't possibly have killed Mikoshiba. It's 30 kilometers between here and Ikebukuro.
Yeah, that's the meat of his alibi. Yet somehow he knew Mikoshiba's body would be discovered 2 months after his arrest, despite being in custody the whole time.
Yeah, that's the part that doesn't
There's
make
no
any
doubt
sense
he's
to me.
connected to the killers. If we can just put the screws to him, he'd squeal. Damn it, HQ! Why the hell are we out here working the site if it's already been picked clean?
All right, Nabe-san. Deep breaths.
Yeah. But do you see why we've got to get someone in to talk to Ehara? Hell, beg Shirosaki-sensei for a visit if you have to. HQ can't say squat about his attorney visiting.
What you said raises some questions of my own, about the crime scene and the body.
Oh yeah? Ask away then.
How narrow is the window for Mikoshiba's estimated time of death?
Based on how digested his breakfast was, he was killed somewhere between 7:30 and noon.
Pretty impressed you can narrow it down like that with a 2-month-old corpse.
Yeah, well, the window gets much bigger if we consider the possibility that the killers forced Mikoshiba to eat. At any point after the kidnapping, they could have made him eat a typical Mikoshiba family breakfast.
It's possible. All they had to do was make him say what he usually eats.
Good.
Yeah.
We're on the same page. Now, if we take into account the decomposition of the body, Mikoshiba's estimated time of death actually ranges from 7:30 a.m. on October 7th all the way to the end of that month. So about 3 weeks.
3 weeks? That's a massive gap. Can't we narrow it down further?
The body's just too decomposed to do that. But expand the time frame all you want. Ihara was in custody through the whole thing, so we couldn't have done the deed.
Right. He spent 2 months behind bars. Hate to think a different crime got him such a strong alibi.
In any case, someone else killed Mikoshiba. And if we could just get in the same room as him, we'd know who that is.
Regarding the
What
cause
was the
of
victim's
death.
cause of death? The news called it a massive hemorrhage.
Yep. They slit his throat and let him bleed to death. After tying him to a chair, the killer stood behind him. Lifting his chin with his left hand, his right hand slid the knife.
Sounds like you guys have that bit on lockdown, huh?
It's one of the few things we're sure of.
I
Regarding the
noticed the
burn
burn
marks.
marks on the floor in the shape of an arrow. What's with that?
Somebody lit flares here, ones that shoot red smoke. It was only a matter of time before the fire department got called, and they're the ones who stumbled on the body. Pretty obvious the culprit set up a smoke signal to make sure the body got found. They probably had the timing all worked out with Ihara so he could predict the body's discovery from maximum impact. And that's exactly what he did, just as the judge handed down the sentence.
What would be the point of that, though?
For all I know, he just wanted to blow everyone's minds.
Yeah, but there's got to be a point to it.
What shape was the body in when it was found?
Full of maggots and decomposing bad. His hands were zip-tied behind the chair, securing him in place. The cause of death was the throat wound, but before that, they really worked him over. Rough way for the guy to go.
Damn.
They even broke all his fingers. On both hands.
That sounds painful.
Fucked up, right? I'm guessing a professional did this. Could be Yakuza, could be Mafia. Take your pick. We've got some guys checking that angle out too, just to make sure there's no stone left unturned.
Who
Doesn't
owns
this
this
place have a
building?
manager?
There is a property owner. He's been around Ijincho forever, but the building's been deserted for 2 years. Apparently, there was a padlock to keep the homeless out, but it was long gone by the time they found the body. Broken by the killers, most likely.
Murder weapon was
Has
just
the
a
murder
knife.
weapon been found?
No, there were no weapons at the scene. A real shame. That'd be some decisive evidence.
So when you said it was a knife, was that a guess based on analyzing the wound?
I wouldn't call it a guess. The coroner outright stated that the weapon was a sharp knife-like instrument.
I mean, that makes sense. That's everything.
I think I'm starting to get the picture here. That should be it for questions.
Tell me, you detectives out in Kamurocho always this hands-on?
Sorry, what?
I'm saying you guys were quick. We had barely set foot in Seiryo High, and you already had the run of the place. Hell, you even closed in on that Sawa Sensei and got a meeting with her.
I was just lucky to have been there on another case.
Is that right? What?
Somebody's spying on us with binoculars.
No shit?
My number's on my card! Hey, wait up!
Alright, let's go after them. Are you fucking serious?
Damn, hot shot. You're quick on your feet. So let's hear why this fool had eyes on us.
He claims he just wanted to see the scene for himself.
It's true. Ask the other two guys with me. They'll be here any minute.
So you were here gawking, is that it? Better than busting in like you own the place.
I thought that was water under the bridge.
So, who are you? Why'd you run?
I ran because I saw a cop jump out a window and charge at me. Are you saying you'd stick around if you saw that?
He thinks you're a cop. Should we get you a badge and a hat?
I'd be honored.
You have any ID on you?
Will my license work?
Akake-san, age 30.
What do you do for work?
Oh, I'm just a professional pencil pusher. Biotech, planning and management.
Are your other two pals biologists too?
No, one's an investor and the other's a consultant. We all went to high school together.
Says here you have a Tokyo address. What brings you to Yokohama?
Oh, well, I'm organizing a class reunion in Chinatown. So I came to scope out the location in advance.
This ain't the way to Chinatown, pal.
Oh, we thought since we came all the way to Yokohama, we might as well peek at the crime scene.
Pretty morbid idea, isn't it?
I suppose.
What high school did you all attend?
Kurakawa Academy, a private school in Tokyo. here!
We'll need to verify your buddy's identification as well. Nabi-san!
Alright, you jokers are free to go. Guess that settles it. We're just dumbass rubberneckers. Tough break, huh? After all you went through chasing them down.
I don't mind. My motto's to always swing for the fences.
Yeah, well, your strikeout was pretty amusing. The guy who goes down swinging is alright in my book. Now that that's settled, give my regards to Shirosaki-sensei. Hope you get some dirt on Ihara soon.
Alright, and I think that's going to be it for me for tonight. I'll be back tomorrow. We're going to play some more, Metroid Prime Remastered tomorrow. I'll see you guys then. Have a good night. See you guys tomorrow. Bye.